The past week was a whirlwind of news. The Paris Olympics captivated the world with thrilling competitions and inspiring athletes. The U.S. team put on a strong showing, bringing home a haul of medals. On the political front, the 2024 presidential race saw significant developments. President Biden announced his decision not to seek re-election, sparking intense discussions about potential successors. Economic news dominated headlines as well. New data showed a slight easing of inflation, offering a glimmer of hope to consumers. However, the tech industry continued to grapple with layoffs, raising concerns about the overall health of the economy. Meanwhile, California battled devastating wildfires that scorched thousands of acres and forced evacuations. On the international stage, the expansion of NATO took center stage. The alliance welcomed new members, signaling a united front against global threats. These major news stories shaped the national conversation and will continue to have ripple effects in the weeks to come. The City of Lights became a stage for athletic excellence, transforming into a vibrant hub of competition and camaraderie. As the Paris Olympics captivated the world, the energy and excitement were palpable, with spectators from all corners of the globe coming together to witness history in the making. American athletes rose to the occasion, showcasing their skills and determination on the global stage. Their relentless pursuit of excellence was evident in every event they participated in, from the preliminary rounds to the finals. From swimming to track and field, gymnastics to basketball, the diversity of sports highlighted the versatility and talent of Team USA. Each athlete brought their unique strengths and stories, contributing to a collective success that was nothing short of extraordinary. Team USA brought home a collection of medals, solidifying their place among the world's sporting elite. The sight of the American flag being raised during medal ceremonies became a familiar and proud moment for fans back home. Simone Biles, a true icon of gymnastics, added to her legendary status with another stunning performance. Her routines, filled with complexity and grace, left audiences in awe and judges awarding high scores. Her gravity-defying routines and unwavering focus earned her multiple medals and the admiration of fans worldwide. Biles' journey, marked by resilience and excellence, continues to inspire young gymnasts everywhere. In the pool, Katie Ledecky continued her dominance, adding to her already impressive Olympic medal haul. Her performances were a masterclass in endurance, speed, and technique, setting new benchmarks for future generations. Her endurance and speed cemented her legacy as one of the greatest swimmers of all time. Ledecky's ability to consistently perform at the highest level is a testament to her dedication and hard work. The U.S. basketball teams, both men's and women's, lived up to their reputations as powerhouses. Their teamwork, strategy, and sheer athleticism were on full display, captivating fans and securing their place at the top. With a blend of veteran experience and youthful energy, they outmatched their opponents, bringing home gold medals and reaffirming their dominance in the sport. The victories were a result of meticulous preparation and an unyielding will to win. The Paris Olympics were a testament to the dedication, talent, and sportsmanship of American athletes. Their performances not only brought glory to their nation, but also exemplified the spirit of the Olympics, where competition and camaraderie go hand in hand. Their achievements inspired a nation and showcased the unifying power of sport on the world stage. The legacy of these games will be felt for years to come, as young athletes draw inspiration from their heroes and strive to reach new heights in their own sporting endeavors.
The 2024 presidential race kicked into high gear as candidates crisscrossed the nation, rallying support and outlining their visions for the future. From bustling city streets to quiet rural towns, the candidates left no stone unturned in their quest to connect with voters. Each stop on the campaign trail was meticulously planned, with rallies, town halls, and meet and greets designed to maximize voter engagement and media coverage.
With President Biden stepping out of the 2024 race, Vice President Kamala Harris has taken the mantle as the Democratic nominee. Her every move is now under intense scrutiny, with pundits and political analysts dissecting her statements and actions for any hint of her campaign strategy. Harris's nomination has added a new dynamic to the race, leaving both supporters and critics eager to see how she will navigate the challenges ahead. Harris's nomination has fueled speculation and kept political analysts busy. The airwaves are filled with debates and discussions as experts weigh in on her potential strategies and the impact of her candidacy. The shift in the Democratic ticket has created a fertile ground for political discourse, with every possible scenario being explored and analyzed. On the campaign trail, challengers emerged from both sides of the aisle, eager to present their case to the American people. Each candidate brought their own unique background and perspective, hoping to resonate with voters and gain their trust. The diversity of the candidates reflected the varied concerns and priorities of the electorate, making for a dynamic and unpredictable race. The Republican primary in particular saw a crowded field of hopefuls vying for the nomination. From seasoned politicians to fresh faces, the candidates represented a wide spectrum of ideologies and policy positions. The primary debates were a showcase of contrasting visions for the future of the party and the country, with each candidate striving to stand out in a crowded field. Each candidate brought their own unique perspective and policy proposals to the table, leading to lively debates and passionate speeches. The discussions were often heated, with candidates challenging each other's ideas and defending their own. These debates provided voters with a clear view of the choices before them, highlighting the strengths and weaknesses of each candidate's platform. The economy, healthcare, and climate change emerged as key issues in the campaign. Candidates outlined their plans to address these critical areas, offering solutions that ranged from incremental changes to sweeping reforms. The discussions on these topics were not just about policy, but also about values and priorities, reflecting the deep divisions within the electorate. Candidates staked out their positions, highlighting their differences and appealing to voters' concerns. They used every opportunity to connect with voters, whether through speeches, social media, or one-on-one interactions. The goal was to build a coalition of supporters who believed in their vision and were motivated to turn out on election day. As the race intensified, the stakes grew higher with each passing day. The energy at campaign events was palpable, with supporters rallying behind their chosen candidates with enthusiasm and determination. The candidates themselves were relentless, crisscrossing the country and making their case to voters at every opportunity. The outcome of the election will have far-reaching consequences for the country and its place in the world. The decisions made by voters in this election will shape the direction of the nation for years to come, influencing everything from domestic policy to international relations. As the campaign trail heats up, the eyes of the world are on the United States, watching to see who will emerge as the next leader of the free world.
There was a glimmer of good news on the economic front this week, as new data revealed a slight cooling of inflation. This development has been eagerly anticipated by both policymakers and the general public, who have been grappling with rising costs for months. The Consumer Price Index, a key measure of inflation, showed a smaller increase than expected, which is a positive sign. This index tracks the average change over time in the prices paid by urban consumers for a market basket of consumer goods and services, offering a sign that the Federal Reserve's efforts to tame inflation might be gaining traction. This data has provided a glimmer of hope. The Federal Reserve has been implementing a series of interest rate hikes to cool down the overheated economy.
However, economists cautioned against celebrating prematurely, as the battle against inflation is far from over. They emphasized that while the recent data is encouraging, it is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Noting that inflation remains well above the Federal Reserve's target rate, experts warned that more work is needed. The job market remains strong, which is a double-edged sword in this context. With unemployment holding steady at a low level, this indicated continued economic growth. A robust job market is generally a positive indicator, but it can also contribute to inflationary pressures as wages rise, and provided some reassurance amidst concerns about a potential recession. However, the tech industry continued to shed jobs, which is a worrying trend. Major companies have been announcing layoffs and hiring freezes, reflecting broader economic uncertainties. With major companies announcing layoffs and hiring freezes, this raised concerns about a potential spillover effect on the broader economy. The mixed economic picture left many Americans feeling uncertain about the future. While the easing of inflation offered some relief, it was tempered by these ongoing challenges. The ongoing tech layoffs and the potential for a recession loomed large. The Federal Reserve's next move on interest rates remained a subject of intense speculation, with experts divided on the best course of action. Some argue that further hikes are necessary to curb inflation, while others believe that additional increases could risk tipping the economy into a recession. The coming months will be crucial in determining the path forward as policymakers weigh the risks and benefits of their decisions. For now, consumers and businesses alike are watching closely, hoping for more signs of stability and growth. The economic landscape remains complex and fluid, with many variables at play. As we move forward, the balance between controlling inflation and sustaining economic growth will be key to navigating these uncertain times.
Meanwhile, California battled devastating wildfires that scorched thousands of acres and forced evacuations.
However, the tech industry continued to shed jobs, with major companies announcing layoffs and hiring freezes.
This raised concerns about a potential spillover effect on the broader economy.
On the international stage, the expansion of NATO took center stage.
The alliance welcomed new members, signaling a united front against global threats. Looking ahead, we delve into Olympic triumphs and campaign fireworks.
The economy's next move is crucial. Will inflation fears resurface?
That's the big question on everyone's mind right now.
Climate change is in focus as we examine the future of California's forests.
The stakes have never been higher for our environment.
International tensions are rising. What are the implications of NATO expansion?
This development could reshape the global geopolitical landscape.